So I know healthcare is about the office, finding a good healthcare plan and the downsizing. I know the overall arc of this episode, but I just want you to know I have started calling this episode the Pam Sass.
The Pam Sass?
And it's going to come up throughout this episode where Pam is super sassy.
Well.
It starts off right away when Michael comes up to you and you say, I'm not making any copies. Like, you're sassy out of the gate, lady. And then you say, oh, do you want me to repeat the messages and like you look to camera? I have many more as we go through this episode.
Oh my God. What were you? Did I piss you off before you watched this episode?
No.
And then you're just looking for sass moments?
I am not. Hey, listen, you rewatch it and right away, you're just like, you are here. You are not here to mess around.
You try having a boss like Michael Scott and see what kind of mood it puts you in.
It is Angela Kinsey.
And Jenna Fischer.
And we're going to be talking today about healthcare.
Healthcare, one of my favorite episodes from season 1.
I love it. I love this episode because to me, it's The Office at its best because it's ordinary people doing ordinary things and it all goes south.
And it's big stakes because having a job that has good healthcare is everything. So yes, today we are talking about season 1, episode 3, healthcare. It was written by Paul Lieberstein, who plays Toby Flenderson. Yes. And directed by Ken Whittingham.
I love Ken.
And we love Ken.
Ken is the tall, gentle man. Like, he is just like so sweet and kind.
All right, well, let me do a summary of healthcare. It's pretty simple. Jan tells Michael that he needs to pick a cheaper healthcare plan for his employees to help prevent downsizing. Michael gives the job to Dwight and then hides in his office all day. Because he knows no one is going to want their healthcare slashed.
This is classic Michael passing the buck.
For sure.
You're going to see over and over and over in the lifetime of the show.
So after Dwight picks a plan that slashes almost all the benefits and the entire office revolts, Michael promises us a surprise. Very vague.
Yes, which is what you do with your children when you have to give them bad news, but there's gonna be a surprise.
It's so true.
All right, Jenna, do you want to do some fast facts?
You know I do, Angela.
I know you do.
You know it. Well, this is a fast fact, and it's actually something, Angela, that you pointed out.
Oh, is it a Kinsey fast fact?
It's a Kinsey fast fact.
Okay.
That this is the first time we see Devin and Creed at their desks.
Oh, yes. I love spotting little things in the background.
I'm going to label you our background expert.
No, don't. I'm not the expert.
You are, but you notice those things. You really notice continuity stuff. Was it because you spent so much time in the background, Angela?
Is that a dig?
No, we all did.
I'm totally kidding.
No, we did, but I'm like...
All right, Miss Front Reception, let me tell you something. Back in accounting corner, we noticed shiitake, okay? We noticed things.
No, but you were always lurking back there.
Lurking?
So I thought, well, maybe...
Now I'm a lurker?
I thought maybe, you're noticing more of what's happening back there.
Some real truths coming out today.
All right, Angela, here's my last fast fact. And this is something I learned when I was doing my prep for this episode and I listened to the DVD commentary. So this is the 3rd episode of season 1. However, we shot it 6th.
What?
Yeah. So I remember we shot the pilot and then we waited like 6 months to see if we got picked up.
Yeah.
And then when we did get picked up, the writers had turned in, like they had all their scripts ready for season 1 because there were only 5 more to do.
That's right. We only did 6.
We did not shoot them in the same order in which they aired. So when we finished this episode, we all said goodbye.
Oh my gosh. Do you know that?
And I remember that now.
That puts a whole different filter on it now, like rewatching it, because I feel like we were really loosey-goosey in this episode. I mean, we're going to talk about it, but a few of us just full on laugh and it's in the episode. But
we were a tight-knit group by the time we were filming this.
Yeah, we were all pals
and
at
I
this
think
time.
it shows in the episode. And I think that might also be why I have such like a warm place in my heart for this episode, because when we were filming this episode, we really believed that this was the last one we would ever do.
Oh, for sure. I thought we were not coming back at all. And I had my name, like, They printed out our name like on paper, but then laminated it,
For our trailer door.
Yeah, with a little bit of Velcro. And that was on our trailer door. And I took my little laminated piece of paper that said my name.
Me too.
I still have it.
I still have it. Okay, Angela, well, I have trivia.
Mm-hmm.
You know the scene when Michael goes to the travel agent where he wants to try to get us the all-expense-paid trip to Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Where he says the thing about, like, isn't there, like, bus that takes you there and then you get all your meals comped?
Everything's free.
Everything's free. And the travel agent is like, yeah, I don't really know anything about that. You might want to just contact
the casino
directly. Do you know who played the travel agent?
Is it his friend from college, Charlie Hartsock?
Damn it, Angela.
I remember that. I remember Steve was really excited because his friend from, like his good friend was going to be on set that day.
But you weren't there that day.
I wasn't, Jenna, but Steve is my friend and he shared with me.
Man.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Rainn Wilson, it's Jenna Fischer and Angela Kinsey.
What's up, fella?
How are you? Thanks for doing this.
I'm great, guys.
Yeah?
Well, we have some questions for you about the healthcare episode.
You start announcing ailments and you tell us that if we want it covered, we have to fess up and admit that it's a real disease. And that's when you have that bit with Meredith where she says, you say inverted penis.
And she's like,
she said, do you mean vagina? Because if so, I want that covered. And then you bring up, I thought you didn't have a vagina, you had a hysterectomy. And then she has that great line.
I still have a vagina.
Yeah, I think I improvised that. And this is early on, we started to kind of like
Wait,
improvise
you
a little bit
improvised
more.
that she had a hysterectomy? Did you
No,
improvise that?
it was-
Because
that
that pays off later in another episode.
No. That was in there, the hysterectomy. But the line that I thought you didn't have a vagina was mine.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like you.
I remember that there were scripted fake diseases, but then at a certain point, just Paul and the director and other writers came down and they were just handing you a piece of paper with improvised fake diseases, and none of us knew you were going to say hot dog fingers.
My friend Kevin Isola, who's an actor in New York, he was visiting the set, and he was the one who actually threw out hot dog fingers.
Oh my gosh,
my God.
that's amazing.
Kevin.
Yeah, that's his claim to fame. Yeah.
His claim to fame. I hope he has a shirt that just says hot dog fingers.
I mean, I feel like
I am going to buy him that shirt right now. In
Send
fact,
that to
that would
him.
be a really good. That would be a really good shirt.
It would be,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, hot dog fingers.
Well, this leads us into the scene with Jim and Pam confronting you about confronting Dwight about picking a horrible plan where he slashed all the benefits. You have all those other great Dwightisms where you say you've never been sick, that you have an amazing immune system, to which, we ask you, how can you have a great immune system if you've never been sick? And it's just, you have great genes. And that's when you say that you can raise and lower your cholesterol at will.
At will.
And I say, why would you want to raise your cholesterol? And you say, so I can lower it. I remember shooting that scene with you. And I remember that was the couplet that I couldn't get through. Why
That
would
got
you?
you, huh?
That was the one that got me.
Rainn, you have one of my favorite talking heads in this episode. This is totally random, but Rainn, in rewatching this, during that talking head, you're passing out the new healthcare plan. You're tossing it to people. You're handing it around the office. And it looks like you have a lollipop in your mouth. There is a white stick sticking out of your mouth as you're passing all these papers
Angela,
out.
you should know something about this podcast, Rainn, which is that Angela is constantly picking up on these weird little details.
Well, I'm just like, what the heck? When I rewatch it, I'm like, does Rainn as Dwight, are you sucking on a lollipop as you're passing this out? Because that's brilliant.
I have no memory of that whatsoever, but I think maybe I was. Yeah.
Well, look, around 4 minutes, 50 seconds, you have, it looks like a lollipop in your mouth.
Did you hear that? 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
No, 50, around 50 seconds. You're just
50 seconds.
Flippantly passing these papers, though, sucking on a lollipop. I thought it was really cool and powerful. I don't know. I loved it.
Fantastic.
So good.
So good.
Aw, that's healthcare, guys.
That is healthcare. Thank you so much, Rainn Wilson, for calling in. And it was just so great to hear your voice. I'll see you guys next week.
See you next week when we do The Alliance.
The Alliance.
Oh, there's so much good stuff in
So
that one.
much.
Not to be missed.
Not to be missed.